What is cracking? Y'all already know what time it is. Today is time for another bow banger for y'all. You feel me? So today we're gonna talk a little bit about bagged and static. I just woke up not too long ago, so I might have a little bit of sleep in my eyes, but I'm about to get the job done. You feel me? So we're gonna talk about bagged and static today. What would I pick? Blah blah blah, so on so forth. The pros and the cons about it. I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I like them both, bro. I like them both. Like I ain't gonna sit here and be like, you feel like I ain't like them other people who's diehard static, diehard bag. Like I like them both. So today we're gonna talk about the pros and the cons about all of them and what I would pick and what to expect. Obviously, if you are taking the static route, what to expect if you're super dirt nasty low. You feel me? So without further ado, this is the car right here. Bow right here. Get a round of applause for it. Clap it up. Okay. No, but we're gonna talk about bagged and static. You feel me? So with bags, if I were to take the bagged route, if I were to take that type of route, I think the pros for that would be, man, like I can't tell you all the pros and cons because I've never ran it, but if just in my opinion, would I run it and do I dislike it? The answer is no, bro. Like I don't dislike it, and yes, I would run it maybe eventually because maybe eventually like on something more luxury and stuff like that, because I do get it. Like if you're running like a RC or like a whatever you're running, like those crazy cars, those Lexuses and all that crazy stuff, Lambos, I see Lambos and all that on bags. I understand it, bro, because you don't want to beat up a $1 trillion car, you feel me, and then have to, like, no, it's different. It's a whole different league. So I do understand that. Me being me, like in my dumb ways, I'll probably still run coilovers on that stuff and mess my shit up, but nah, I do fully understand why people go bags on those. And then on top of that, you can achieve you can achieve crazy stuff on bags. Like let's just keep it 100. You feel me? Let's keep it how it is. You can achieve some crazy stuff on bags. So I do understand why people do run bags, because you can achieve wild things. You can get super wide on your wheels. You can do a lot of stuff on bags that static you're not gonna. You have to be, bro, it takes a lot, man. It takes a lot of science. It takes a lot of work to get that same kind of fitment that you would get on bags. You feel me? It takes a lot of work and you have to be smart with it, man. So is it possible to do? Yeah, absolutely, you can do it, but it does take a lot more work and does take a lot more smarts, I guess you would say, because you have to see how you're going to make everything fit so precise and so tight. So, and then not to mention the ride quality and stuff like that would be a whole bunch, like, just a lot different. But so I do on that end, that is a pro for bags, because you can literally, you're not gonna drive it how you park it, obviously, but when you park, you're gonna look like a demon, bro. You're gonna look crazy. You're gonna look really good. So I understand that part. I do like that part. Anytime I see a bag car that is doing the most, like, the thing about bags, when you bag your car, bro, you have to be doing the absolute most, because you feel me? You have to be wide. You have to have like -20 camber. You have to go crazy with the bags. You feel me? Because you can do that. You feel me? You can do that. So if you're gonna go bags, I respect it, but just go crazy when you go bags. Like, show me that, like, this is a bag. Like, you can look at this and be like, all right, this is bag, because it's just so absolutely nuts that it has to be. You feel me? So that's the pros about bags, that when you're standing still, you can go crazy. Another pro is, let's just be honest, bro, you don't mess up anything. You save a lot of money. You spend a lot of money one time, and you save a lot of money in the long run. You feel me? That's just how it works with bags. Like, you spend a good amount one time, and then you don't worry about it anymore. Coilovers, like when you have, especially when you're taking it to lower and lower, you're trying to take it to like different levels and get lower and lower, you're gonna have to spend a lot more money as far as to keep it to get it to where you want it to be and still have, drivability and stuff. So with me, and a lot of other people who are like super crazy on coilovers, you spend almost the same as you would on bags, or if not the same, and you still mess stuff up. You feel me? So it's all just a mind. I don't know. It's a mindset. You feel me? It's all just a mindset. So, but if you were to think logical, like if anybody would think logical, you'd be like, bro, why not just go bags, and then I don't have to do it anymore. I can lift it up when I'm going over a speed bump, pothole. When I'm driving, I could drive 100 on I-75 and not have to worry about anything, or wherever you're from, whatever interstate you're on, not have to worry about anything. Because even on the interstate, when I'm riding on the interstate, if I'm like going to a show or wherever it is I'm taking the car, well, imagine going 90 miles an hour And then like, you know how like on the interstates and stuff, how they got like like construction work and stuff like that. Imagine hitting that, bro. Static, like just pan to the ground at 90 mph. It's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look. Like it's really not. Like, I don't know, bro. So like another pro for bags is just that you're not worrying about messing your car up. You feel me? You can look good. You're not worrying about messing your car up. You're still comfortable. Um, it's just, I don't know. It's like a more safer way. You feel me? It's a more safer route. That's why I never knock on bags, because, bro, like if I were to have something expensive, I think maybe I don't know. Maybe I might run some bags. I don't know. You feel me? So who knows, man? But yeah, I like bag setups. Depending on how wild you go, and then for static, I mean, pros and cons for that, man, are like the cons definitely outweigh the pros on static, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Static is like, depending, like I said earlier, or not too long ago, like if you're, depending on how low you're trying to go, or how wild you're trying to go. If you're like, you're buying Broadways, or you're buying like 326 powers, or you're buying like Serial 9 stuff, like anything you're buying that is worth like, or feel like any of that stuff that is higher up in the ranks as far as coilovers, to try to get that low, you're gonna spend a lot of money, because obviously you're gonna want to run custom spring rates. You're gonna run like, you want everything to be like perfect for when you're driving at these heights for speed and stuff like that. And it's gonna take a lot of money to get that set up to where you want it to be at. So you're gonna spend more still trying to get the perfect setup, and you're still gonna beat up stuff, because there's like, it's just kind of impossible to be so low and not break things. So you're still gonna break things being that low, and you're gonna spend like the same amount that you want on bags in the long run. You feel me? So that's kind of a con about coilovers being static. Another con is, I got a million cons for you though, but another con is that when you're driving, you got to be alert everywhere. You don't get to really fully lock too much, depending on how low you are. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Like, if you have a good tire size and you're decently low, like if you're running like a baby tire and you're low and you got some decent clearance, you might be able to full out, but you don't get that strong look, that beefy look. You feel me? You're still gonna be lacking in this spot, and you don't want that. So that's the thing about it. So you have to run a decent tire, a nice kind of a beefy tire, to still get that good strong look you want, that fitted look. So like with me, bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Everybody asks me like, how do I drive it like that? Their Mustangs are like, they have it and they're scraping like their exhaust already, and they're nowhere that low and stuff. Like, bro, like I cut so much stuff from under my car. Like, the rigidity of this car is like bad. There's like no rigidity to this. So I sacrificed a lot, and it probably, no, I'm not even saying probably, it is dangerous. You feel me? It's pretty dangerous, but I just did whatever it took. You feel me? Whatever it took to make it happen. That's what it took. So I did it. So it's not like I just saved my exhaust and saved like the little, what are those things called on the side under the car? They're like 2 bars, and I forget what they're called, but like the weight bars, or they're gonna call them on the side of the car. I cut all that's gone, bro. All that's gone to keep your car like stable for higher horsepower and stuff like that. Yeah, I cut all that out. You feel me? All that's gone, because I was dragging on it. So much that, and it's like steel, so it was like I wasn't gonna drag that down no time soon. So I was dragging everywhere. I remember when I pulled out one time, I was dragging, the sparks were flying everywhere. I think it was on one of those pictures that I took on Instagram with the sparks and stuff. It was that same day I was going to the racetrack, and some guy, he pulled up behind me and was like, "Hey man, I don't know what it is, man, but I just want to tell you right now, I was gonna pass by, but I stopped to the store because I wanted to tell you that your car, I think on the bottom, is kind of on fire." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, no, it's on fire. Like there were sparks and stuff everywhere." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, I know, bro. It's bad. It's just bad, man. It's just on fire and it's bad." Nah, but yeah, he was like that. And I was like, "Yeah, man, it's crazy, right?" So Everybody's always like stopping and like what, trying to help you and all that stuff because they think you're about to blow up in your car and like fly to the moon. But it's really not like that. You feel me? We know what we're doing in the long run, and if we didn't, I think we'd be doing this. You feel me? I mean, half the time, even if we don't, we still do it when it comes to static. Like static people are just, they're just different. They're wired different, especially in Florida, bro. And not just because I live in Florida, bro, but I think like hands down we have like some like, if not number one, we're close to number one in like the OG like static scene, bro. I ain't even going. And y'all can debate it if y'all want stuff like that. It's just straight, but nobody's messing with us like South Florida, Central, and stuff like that. We got some heavy hitters, bro. Like we do, like Alex, like Bar Span. We got Boneless. We got Trap House. We got Goodwin. We had what's his name, Mike. We had Bagged and Bougie with the Camaro. We got, bro, so many, like, when it comes to static, bro, we got this. We're built different. We're wired different. We don't really care about like what comes with it, but we just want to be so savage with it to the point like we'll risk it all. So, and a lot of those people did the same thing, man. They cut so much from up under their car. They like did a lot of stuff that people don't even know about. But it's just because when you're trying to get to that height, when you're trying to get to that level, you'll do whatever it takes. So, a con about that is that a con about being static is that you're gonna have to be willing to sacrifice a lot, like cut a lot of your car, mess up a lot of your car. Like I tell you guys all the time, this in the back of the trunk and stuff, I'll show you guys again. I showed you guys in like an earlier video a long time ago, but the whole trunk is like cut up and the tires are coming like through the trunk, kinda, you feel me? Just because excuse me, when we did the back of it, it was hitting on the back and it wouldn't go lower without cutting it, so we had to cut it and it dropped more, but it does still rub a little bit. That's why I'm going with stiffer springs and stuff like that in the back, just because I'm still hitting my lips a little bit and I messed those up, so I got to get those redone. Actually, I'm even gonna get them redone now because I'm about to get some more 3-piece wheels, but yeah, I don't want to mess my 3-piece wheels up again doing that, so not a good idea. So I'm gonna go with stiffer springs, but all that calculates into being static. Like you have to calculate all that stuff in your springs. If you're trying to run lip to fender, bro, you gotta make sure that like your lips and your tire size are like grade A, because when you turn and you hit a pothole, you have to be ready for it. So make sure you have good springs, at least enough to compensate for the weight of your motor, whatever kind of car you're running, of your motor, and then, you know, of the pothole when you're hitting it at speeds, and when you turn, when you turn your car is like kind of bumpy, the fender hits on all that stuff you have to just think about. So get a stiff enough spring rate to make sure all that is good, and I think it'll be pretty good on that. You won't bottom out too much, and yeah, man, it won't be terrible. At least I don't think so. No, it'll be good. So that's good. And then a pro for it is that, like, bro, you get to, like, when it comes to these, this is the thing that bad people can't do, and I feel bad for y'all, man. I apologize, and it sucks, but when it comes to rollers, come on, bro. When it comes to rollers with bags, you gotta air up, bro. So it's gonna be kind of like, especially if you have like a super crazy setup and you're like you're right on the lip and stuff, like, I mean on the fenders and stuff like that, you're not gonna drive it like that, you feel me? So when it comes to static, it takes a lot more work. So with bags, it's like this: you spend more for bags, you save more in the long run. With static, it's like you can spend a lot, or you can spend a lot, or you can get cheaper ones. Do the work first, do it right, do the work, calculate everything, your offsets, your backspace, whatever you're running, make sure you calculate it. And then once you put in the work, you get it right. In the long run, as far as fenders and like rollers and still shots and all that, you'll look so good, bro. And I feel like you'll be happy ultimately. Like, there's no better feeling when I drive this, when it's like bodied and I just drive it somewhere, and it's like I look at it and I'm just like, just crazy. Even to me, it's still crazy. It's just, I don't know, it's a crazy feeling. So I don't know. It's always been like a euphoric feeling to me to like drive my car static and just hear everything. I'm abusing on the bottom for some reason. I break things. I do. You gotta buy them again. You can break them one more time, and then you buy them again. And then you kind of say you contemplate on like all the stuff I'm breaking and buying again. I could have like spent on something else to buy, but you still do it because it's amazing. Pictures are amazing. You get so much respect for it, man. It's a good feeling. But like I said, what comes with it is you are gonna hear a lot of like rubbing when you're turning, when you're going up over stuff and all. You're gonna hear noises, bro. That's just what it is. When you get a certain low, you're gonna hear noises, and there's no way to stop it or avoid it. You're gonna beat up stuff, man. So if you cherish your car, like so many people hit me up and are like, yeah, I want to sling the Mustang, this and that, blah blah, but you know, I don't want to mess anything up. And I'm just like, no, like those two words don't go together. You know, you can't do that. Like, it doesn't work like that. This isn't like in a perfect world, you know, but it's not how it works. You can't just look so good and then just want to say it. Like, it doesn't work like that. But me personally, like what I do, like the way I'm gonna tell you guys now, my little secret, well, not a secret, but what I do when I'm actually putting, like when I'm getting wheels, I put my clearance first, you feel me? So my oil pan, my arms, all that stuff, I try to make sure that I have enough clearance for that, just wherever I go, at least a decent amount of clearance, so I can compensate for every single thing. And I just add that. I look at my clearance, and then I just add my spring rate into my clearance. And like when I'm driving, I just think about when I'm driving, will I bottom out if I have this much clearance on my, you know, with these springs, whatever K you go with. So that's kind of like what I do, like my calculations, what I do, like how high I am plus my spring rates, and will it bottom out from there, you feel me? So that's how I save a lot of my stuff. I've only been through like, I've only ran through one oil pan. I didn't even run through it, honestly. It's because my tire debeaded. I was super low on one side and didn't know it, and then hit something, and it wasn't even cracked, it just had like a little split where the plug was, the drain plug, and it was just leaking, man. So but I didn't really devour it or crack it or anything like that. It was just, yeah, that little thing happened. But other than that, I just ran through lips, bumpers, not bumpers, but headlight panels are my main thing because my lip always hit the ground. So when I backed up my yard, this obviously is not an ideal place to drive a car like this, but when I back up, it just pulls off my bumper, man. I don't realize it until it's like gone and it's like peeled up and I see it like on top of my hood and stuff. But other than that, bro, it's really, I really don't suffer too much from like brakes. Like I don't really break anything on the road, you feel me? It's all in my yard because I set it up, like I said, I set it up. I do all my work before I test drive it. I try to do all my work, my clearance, everything here, and then test drive it. I don't like put the wheels on and get super excited and go out and like, no. I do it here, make sure all my clearance is right, do your calculations, make sure you can fully lock, turn your wheel both sides, like drive back and forth real quick, wherever you're at, up and down, fully lock. If you're rubbing a little bit, that's cool, it's fine, no biggie. You're gonna, like I said, you're gonna, depending on how close you are, you're gonna hear some rubbing. And the thing is, like, people are gonna be like, oh, well, you're not gonna hear rubbing all the time. Again, that all comes to if you're, okay, so a big factor plays too is if you're tucking or if you're poking. If you're trying to get like more of like that like beefy, like OG, like Japanese look, the iconic look, you want to poke and stuff like that, you're gonna rub, like, you're just gonna rub. Like, you're gonna rub when you turn. Like, I don't even know how else to tell you that, bro. You're gonna rub if you want to get it like that close. Even like me, I still rub, bro. I still rub. Like, I just let it be sometimes. Just like it's gonna rub itself down, so just let it be, you feel me? So, and then if you're tucking, obviously you're not gonna, like, if you have more camber to where you're just tucking your wheels, like if you're running like negative 18 to 22 or something, or whatever you want to, 20 plus, you're not gonna rub because your wheels are inside, you feel me? So you're not gonna really, like, you don't have the same problem as far as when you're turning and full locking, you feel me? Because you're tucking in, so you're missing your fender a lot. When you're poking, it's like you're just OG, like, listen, what it is was what it is, you feel me? Like, you're gonna turn, you're gonna hit the fender, you're gonna beat up. And that's why I cut my fenders, because on the bottom, because I like to have them flex, you feel me? Because I know I'm gonna rub a little bit when I turn and stuff like that. So just let them flex. I hear the noise, I let it be. When people drive with me, I'm gonna do like kind of like a reaction video when people drive with me, just random people, not random people, but like people who haven't been in it yet, and they drive with me and they hear all the noises like I'm hitting, like when I'm dragging on places, and you know the noises when I'm turning and like my lip hitting stuff and all that. Like I'm gonna show you guys their reactions, and like it's just crazy because to me it's like normal. I'm like, bro, what's up? Like, why are you acting like that right now? Like, bro, your car's about to fall apart. I'm like, chill. Like, I'm like, it's good. It's not. This baby right here, this baby's held up through some stuff. You feel me? Through some stuff. So I got faith in her, man. Like I drove her a good distance and she's held up good. I beat her a good amount and she's held up good. So I got trust. I got faith in this old girl right here. But everybody else when they're in it, they're just like. Everybody else when they're in it, they're just like, bro, you got to get me out of this thing. I'm gonna have like, you feel me? I'm gonna have an aneurysm. I can't take it. I'm gonna have a heart attack. So it's just funny, man. So I'm gonna do a reaction video and show you guys, you know, what it is with that. But yeah, all in all, man, bag versus static. It's all, I guess, it's the mindset, man. Like it's like tomato, bro. Like I don't knock either one of them because I love them both. Because to me, style is style. Because if I ran bags, I would still be styling. You feel me? Like I would still go crazy. And then static is just a little more. You have just a little more ballsy. Like you have a little more. You're living life on the edge a little bit more. You feel me? Like you're driving how you park it, and I respect that a lot. Like I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say, oh, it's the same. Like the same. Nah. Like I respect static people a lot because, you know, they beat up a lot of stuff. They pay for a lot of stuff. They just have to go through a lot when it comes to static work, like depending on how low you are and stuff like that. So I don't know, I respect them a lot. Again, with bags, I still respect them, you know, because you were the smarter person, I guess, and you went with the choice of spending a lot and saving a lot in the long run, and that's fine, especially having an expensive car and it looks good, and it's like you don't want to beat it up, you don't want to beat the bottom up, you don't want to crack oil pans, you don't have to break splitters, or you don't want to have to break side skirts or beat your lips up or hurt your fenders or go different routes to get into places and dodge potholes all day and be on the edge every single second and have people look at you funny because you're dragging everywhere and making weird noises and sparks are flying and, you know, all that other stuff. I get it, bro. I get it. Static isn't built like everybody isn't built to be a static warrior, you feel me? So it's cool and there's nothing wrong with that, you feel me? There's nothing wrong with that at all. But I'm just saying, I really do got respect for all the static animals out there. Just driving a car, they park it, banging their cars against the frame, letting sparks fly, and just living free, bro. Just being you. That's what you love, man. Just do it. Same thing with bags, man. I still love y'all. I respect y'all because, like I said, you can still pull off amazing. I mean, you pull off absolutely amazing fitment with bags. So, same thing, man. Like, I respect y'all because you're doing what you love. You still look good. You're living life. You're happy with it. You're not buying parts every single week. You're not, you know, you're not taking different routes. You're still taking your same route. If you were in a Cadillac, you feel me? You still get good drive quality, ride quality. Static boys are hopping a lot, you know, hopping everywhere, bobbing ahead. You feel me? It's just, yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot to really take in. And like I said, man, either you're with it. It's like, I feel like a lot of people start, like, however you start, bro, wherever you start at is where it's going to be. So if you start as a static boy, you're going to, it's just hard to go over to that side, you feel me? You just want to do that stuff from the time you start to the time you finish, you feel me? Like, I've been doing it for like 8 years now, right? And I just love it, bro. I love it. So I don't see myself at bags in the near future at all, but I don't know. I like bag. I know a lot of crazy bad cars that are doing the most, and I love them, you feel me? And same thing with bags. If you started with bags, you're gonna love the ride quality so much. You're gonna love you can still do basically everything you were doing when it was stock. So you're gonna love that. You're not gonna want to go to like static where you have to take different routes, and some places you can't go. Some places you gotta park like across the street to get there. Like, you don't wanna do that stuff, you feel me? So I understand them both. I respect them both. So if I had to pick bagged or static, I gave you guys a few pros and cons, and I was just, you know, kind of rambling on about static boys and bag boys. But to me, I mean, whichever one your heart desires, go for it. Like, who cares what people say about bad car? Like, if you're bagged, like, you don't lose any more style points with me, you feel me? Like, I like them both. And what I look at is just that, like, if you're creative with your car, you can make bags and all other stuff look amazing. So I don't know, that's how I feel about it, man. Bags versus static, who wins? Nobody. 50-50, tie ball game. And yeah, man, tie ball game. And yeah, man, I love them both. They both go crazy, they both go dumb. I've seen absolutely mental cars on both sides of the spectrum, so that made me a believer on both of them, you feel me? So like I said, pick whichever one you want. You'll spend a little more probably on bags and the initial on your initial fee, but you will enjoy it. And coilovers, you're not going to spend that much unless you're going with super hot boy coilovers and you're trying to get to the absolutely most insane low you can, and you're going to beat stuff up still. So I'm just going to tell you, just be ready for it. The higher quality coilovers are for more of your ride quality. They are going to get you lower, I guess, in theory, but it's more, people do it more for quality, you feel me? To get a little bit more ride quality out of it, more dampening, a little bit more comfort, stuff like that, you feel me? So that's just what it is, man. Tomato. With that, I want y'all to, this is basically just telling you what to expect from kind of both sides of it, mainly the static side, because this is where I'm on right now. But yeah, man, go wherever your heart takes you. That's what I've been doing for the longest, and it's been doing well for me. So that being said, man, I love you guys so much. I hope this helps you with your decision if you're gonna run static, if you're gonna be a static hot boy. Just remember, take everything I said into account and be ready to buy stuff, man. Be ready to buy a lot of stuff. Depending on how low you're going, be ready to buy a lot of stuff, replace a lot of stuff. But it will be fun. A lot of people, you will get a lot of respect from the older and younger generation, bro. I promise you that. And I don't know, man, I just love it. I love how it makes me feel. Like I said, it's like a euphoric feeling for me, so I love it. Same thing with bags, man. You'll look good. You can pull up to a car show, air out. Everybody's still going to be in a maze of like your fitment and how wide and crazy you are and stuff like that. So you're still going to get respect. You guys, either way it goes, you both got respect in my eyes. I love you all so much. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. In the next video, I'll probably give y'all like a little reaction with somebody driving in the whip with me or something like that. I don't know. Depends. But I'm going to try to post like 2 times a week now, 3 times a week. Get a little more consistent, you feel me? Not more consistent, but just giving y'all more content a week, you feel me? Because I know y'all be wanting to see like this stuff. Like y'all be messaging me and telling me to post more and stuff like that, and I like that, you feel me? So I'm taking heed to what y'all are saying, bro, and I'm gonna post more on this YouTube stuff. We're gonna continue to go crazy, continue to stack up this family, this whole Savage family. I'm all Savvy. I want all my Savages behind me to go crazy. They're dumb, low, static, bag cars. Just go absolutely ape with it, you feel me? So that's all I gotta say for y'all boys. Again, y'all know what the vibes is. I love all y'all mean the world to me. Yeah, man, so just make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button, turn on the post notice so y'all don't miss when I post. With that being said, I love y'all boys. Peace.